What's up, party people? I'm John McNeil, and this is Unpeeled. Today I'm joined by
Trevor from Unearth.
And for maybe some of those kids out there that don't know who Unearth is, what would be your description of Unearth?
Chaotic metal with hardcore
Yeah.
and sweet arpeggios, and that's heavy shit, man.
Yeah, let's talk about that. You guys really kind of set the tone early. Like, as you guys were talking about off camera, nobody was doing what you guys were doing when you came out. Like, I mean, it was maybe in your area at the time, but it kind of blew up. It's like it's like the Seattle scene blew up, and then the Boston scene.
Yeah, the whole Boston, I think Massachusetts in general, had bands like, us, Killswitch Engage, Shadows Fall. Then a little bit after it was like the Red Chord, who I believe was one of the first pioneers of deathcore. All the Remains were started as a death metal band. Now they're like, hitting it hard on the rock metal scene. And so all these bands came from around the same era. Lamb of God was, Virginia, but, all around that same time. And we all came up, and it's been fun, man. It's been a long time since we started, and we did kind of spawn different little subgenres from our own sounds, but we all came up listening to the same stuff, early thrash metal, early death metal, early hardcore, and it kind of bled into our own sounds. We all kind of brought, something a little bit different to the table.
And you guys are prevailing through all these sounds over the years. You guys are staying true to yourself and experimenting within what is Unearth.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So like we had our core sound from the first record, the Stings of Conscience, which on our new records comes out later this fall. We kind of dip back into some of that because that seems to be what a lot of the younger bands now have a lot of that sound from back then. Bands like us,
they
bands
all
like
grew up on
Disembodied,
you guys.
Moderate AD, kind of the squealy, heavy hardcore metal stuff, and it seems like the kids are digging that. So it's like, well, this is where we came from. So some songs in the record dip into that again, dip back on our roots, but it also showcases, where we've come as a band. A lot more of the metallic stuff, more of the technical stuff. So we kind of marry the two sounds together on the new record. So we're excited for it to get out there.
So when it does come out, what are you most excited to share? Or are you not really allowed to talk about? I know you got a single right now.
We'll put the first single out because that's the most one that's the most obvious of this is our old sound mixed with where we've what the band has become. So it's pretty much right down the middle. Okay. And it's when we were a young band into right now. There's other songs.
Is there anything that touches you, like on a personal song?
There's one song where I think it could be our best song we've ever written.
Really?
It's a song called One with the Sun. And it brings everything to the table that we've ever brought. And it's the first song that I've put clean vocals on in 16 years. The last time I did any kind of cleans, and it's not like a pop chorus. It's very tasteful part.
How did that feel from like not doing it very often? Was it good to go? Because I know I'm trying to get back into it, and it's a struggle to get back into just the singing parts.
I don't want to oversell it because it's such a small part. It's the very end of the record. Yeah. Because it's a big outro track. Okay. It's a song. It's one of the songs like for me. I'm a fan of the song. Like it makes the hair stand on my arm just fucking sick.
Can't wait.
But since my daughter was born 5 years ago, and when she was a baby, I would just play guitar to her a lot. And I was never much of a guitar player. I just had this acoustic, I started playing, so I started like to sing to her all the time. And now she's 5 years old now. Now we play together. She's
cool.
a little.
She's coming up with her own stuff too.
So we actually write songs together, and like we sing together, we harmonize, and it's sick.
When's the album coming out?
Maybe someday.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, right?
I've played her at her preschool a couple times, and this year she took the lead. It was dad stuff. It's awesome.
Good.
So it's
like
cool.
What kind of stuff are you jamming on?
It's
Little Twinkle Twinkle, or like old new.
We have a sick version of Rockabye Baby.
Yeah.
We kind of vary from the original tune.
Yeah, that's
awesome. Same lyrics, but we change it up a little bit to kind of match our vocals. It's nice.
That's awesome.
It's
like,
cool
how long would a set be?
For her school, we do like 3 songs. We do one cover. We do Bad Moon Rising by Creedence, and then we do We actually write our own songs, and I actually let her write the lyrics.
I think you guys should put them out.
One's called "Smile Every Day." It's beautiful. It's just cool to see the bright eyes of the young kids.
Yeah, for sure. I do it with my kids all the time. Not more. We don't have like set songs, but we have like improvised songs. Mm-hmm. We just grab some instruments and just be silly.
Yeah,
right?
it's cool as hell, man. I love it.
And then they just get all goofy, and sometimes we'll do a train. But that's being a dad. You spend some time with your kids.
It's the coolest experience in the world to be a dad.
Yeah, for sure. So I won't take up too much of your time, but I wanted to ask, over these years, what is your favorite Warped Tour experience or memory?
Well, we've only done this.
Even as a fan,
this is our first full Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Back in 2002, we had 6 dates scheduled, all the Northeast, and then it was like Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Boston. The Boston show was off the hook. It was insane. It was like insane. It was so big for us at the time that we, one of those standard pictures from behind the drums with the big crowd in front of you. We used that for one of our like T-shirts.
For sure.
We had this like Earth Crisis knockoff shirt. It was Unearthed. It was forever ago.
What did they think of that?
I think they were psyched on it.
Okay,
it was
good,
cool. Yeah,
good.
it was right after.
You never know how those things.
It was
go.
right after that they broke up, and then like a few years later they came back together. But like it was kind of a tribute to them.
Yes.
Not kind of very very much a tribute to them, but so that was a great memory. But this whole tour, man, has been unreal. Every show is sick. It's run very well. Everyone's super friendly,
Any
very
fan
professional.
moment, like something you've seen out there, like what is going on?
In Jersey, we had the Winnie the Pooh guy come out to retire because he's like a standard for Jersey big shows, and he came out. He was in the pit for us, which is fun as hell.
That's cool.
The Connecticut show was probably the best as far as like just mayhem in the crowd. People were just going berserk. There was the dust cloud in the pit. It was fun, man. But the whole tour has been killer.
That's awesome. Well, I can't. Do you have an official date on the album coming out? Or
No, we don't. But it'll probably be October, and there's a couple tours that are in the works that we have to commit to sooner or later. So one will be announced. I'm going to guess. Excuse me. Within the next 2 weeks, we'll have a tour announcement for the fall. But there's a couple up in the air right now, so we'll be back hopefully to Toronto then.
Awesome. And where could your fans reach you? Where are you guys most active?
The 3 social media accounts that we hit up the most, it's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Okay.
And we all have personal accounts on. Well, I have a personal one on Instagram, but I don't use it yet.
Well, maybe that's the
But
daughter.
Twitter
dad jam.
Right.
Yeah.
Twitter's my jam. Buzz and Ken, Chris and Nick are all on Instagram.
Cool.
So hit us up personally, or just Unearthed Official on all the social medias.
There you go.
So
Got 'em.
that's it. Hit us up.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Safe travels. Peace out, party people.